Bitcoin has a history of shocking everybody, and it's on course to do yet another big shock to everybody. And usually it makes everybody lose their money. In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to avoid that and some of the big signs coming into the market that foreshadow this big shock that's coming our way. If you're new here, welcome in. My name is Steve. Hit that subscribe button. Let's jump into the video. First, I wanted to ask you, did you know 8 out of 10 people watching this video, or 80%, when you get old, in order for you to survive when you're old, you're going to either have to rely on government money to survive, or you're still going to have to be working just to survive. 80% of you. That's why for the past year, I've been in the lab working around the clock to develop the first ever system that combines crypto with financial freedom. We just opened the doors yesterday and the seats are almost gone. Go check your email if you're on our list to see if there are any seats left to join the exclusive club. We're still in the testing phase, but people have been begging for us to let more people in during this testing phase, and we just opened the doors, but it's almost gone. Go to your email list, and if you have any questions, info@cryptocrewuniversity.com. I'll see you on the inside. I hope you make it into the exclusive club that is focused on financial freedom and crypto. Now, let's get to these charts. This is really fascinating stuff. Down here, I want to draw your attention to this yellow circle that happened here in 2015, this yellow circle that happened in 2019, and this yellow circle that we're in today. This is the Traders Dynamic Index. Okay, the Traders Dynamic Index, you can find it by going to your indicators and typing it in. And basically what it is it combines the RSI, like overbought, oversold, with volatility bands. Volatility bands, you know, like the Bollinger Bands. And it combines these two indicators as well as some other things to make the picture very clear of what's happening. We could spend an hour talking about them, but I want to keep it really simple today, right? We can all see that there's a red line, right? You can all see this red line, right? If you follow this red line, this is the most important line we're going to talk about today. The other one is the green. So if you can see this green line and you can see this red line, how they interact with each other tells a very distinct story. For example, when this red line holds support on this green line, the bear market was over in 2015 when this red line actually held support in this green line. And it's not like every other day they're holding support and resistance and moving back and forth. No, during a bear market, it's very distinct. The red line plummets, the green line also plummets, but not at the same speed. And as soon as this red line regains its power above this green line, the bear market was officially over and it was time to start the bull run. Now, if we fast forward to 2018, right? We had that 20K top. We had the long extended bear market. You can see what happened with the green and the red line, huge gap. And then we started getting a little bit closer. And right here at about April 1st, just a slightly before April 1st, we crossed through and officially the bear market was over as of April 1st. Now, why is that important, right? Why is that important? The past two bear markets, this was the distinct signal, and we have our head above the green line right now. The issue is we haven't closed this month, right? So what I'm showing you here is not official. It's what's happening live. It's what's happening right now, but we have to wait to the close. We have to wait to the end of the month to see what's happening here. But make no mistake, we have two clear data points on the chart, both of which happened at the bear market, both of which say the same exact thing. As soon as this red line holds the green line as support, the bear market is officially over. So I tell you this because markets like to surprise everybody. Markets always surprise everybody. You can pick any time in the history of markets and put your finger on what the pulse of the community was at that point. The market will always do the opposite, time and time again. All right. Now, I want to show you the next one. This indicator here is, well, we're going to look at two of them. We have the CM Ultimate RSI MTF here. Each time we posted one of these nice green bars, that was the most beautiful time to buy. This market gave us two most beautiful time to buy. And one thing is the SNAB RSI EMA down here at the bottom that you can find on your indicators. Simply put, when this green line crosses above the red line, also the bear market is officially over. And it said so that it was over here. And also in 2018, it said that it was over here. You can see it on the chart, and we are getting close, right? This is a little bit of a nicer view. Sometimes we rally up to this red line, have a little bit of rejection, and then bounce through. Sometimes we just barrel through it. Like in 2018, there was just so much bullishness coming into the market at that time, and it just wasn't sustainable. But you can see we're rallying up to it as we speak. So these are things to pay attention to. Another little tip with the CM Ultimate RSI MTF, when we stop having this green color, that's when these buy signals are finished, and it's time to really focus on the start of the next run. Okay. And we're still in green now. We need to see what happens at the end of the month if we stop being green, and we need to see at the end of the month what's happening here. But Bitcoin is going to make you lose all your money. It always does, time and time again. You come to this channel because I talk facts, and I talk about the market through a very, very different lens than what you're expecting, right? It's not the herd talk here. It's not what everybody is saying. I give you actual evidence to support what I'm saying, and we talk about just the facts, right? Now, the next chart is a beautiful one. This is one of my favorite charts of all time for Bitcoin, and it helped us call the mega crash at 48K. It helped us call a fake rally before the mega crash. It helped us call the moves of the 2018 bear market, including the bottom and including when the bear market was over. We use this chart right here that's in front of you. And simply put, this is the stochastic RSI on the monthly. When the stochastic RSI on the monthly gets above this 20 level, the bear market is finished and the bull market has started. You can look no further than 2015. When you cross down here, this is when our momentum is almost dead. Picture like a rocket ship that's trying to go, and it moves that pivot point of starting to go down. When it starts going down, our momentum is gone. And that's what happens the entire bear market, the momentum is gone. And when momentum starts coming back in, that is a momentum shift. That's when the bull run starts, right? And a bull run started here, bull run started here, and we're not yet close. We still have a ways to go. But what we can say is at the end of the month, we're going to get a lot of information because our pivot point high with the blue line was way back in March of 2022, way back in March of 2022. And if we close the way we are now in 2023, this is major news. This is a major turning point. There's no denying what's happening in the charts. There's a lot of information that says, 2023 is going to be devastating. It's going to be the worst downfall in the history of mankind, similar to the 1929 crash, things of that nature. There's a lot of all the world's experts in all the major countries and the World Economic Forums, etc. But I just like to go based on the facts, and Bitcoin is telling a different story. Bitcoin is telling a story of it's trying like hell to end this bear market, and it's getting closer, right? We've been following this the whole way, month after month. And again, case in point, with the Fear and Greed Index for the first time in years, making a higher high, showing a momentum shift. Okay, so also our momentum on the 2 week, it's wide open. And we showed you on the ADX and DI on the 3-day, we haven't had this amount of bullishness come in literally since our last bull run right over here, right? The facts are in front of us. Whether we like to believe them or not, Bitcoin is getting close to ending the bear market. It has not ended it, and it still has a ways to go, but it's getting closer to ending it than starting it. And for you to think that Bitcoin will be in a bear market the entire year of 2023, it's just not realistic at the moment. The way that the facts are now, for Bitcoin to be in a bear market of 2023, something drastic would have to happen, and something that's never ever happened in the history of Bitcoin. Plain and simple. Bitcoin is showing that it's turned a corner and it's on the last legs of the bear market. Okay, so Bitcoin will make you lose all your money like it always does. Also, I forgot to mention this at the beginning of the video. This is something cool I wanted to share with you. This is a major life tip that will impact your life. This might be a video that you remember for the rest of your life. And it's something that I learned from Jack Dorsey, and he learned it from Wim Hof. So stay tuned at the end of the video. I'm going to share that with you. Okay, let me follow up with these charts and let's make sense of it. Bitcoin historically shocks the high majority of people. If you are believing what the high majority of people believe, you're going to get shocked along with all of them. And this happens time and time again. So if you believe that Bitcoin is going to have a really, really bad year, 2023 is just going to be horrendous and we're going to drop further in prices and we're going to have the whole year down, which is what everyone believes, you're going to get surprised. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. The charts have spoken. The evidence is not saying the bull run has started. Let's make that really clear, because somebody's going to watch this and they're going to have like one eye closed and the other ear is going to be closed and they're going to be like, oh my God, Steve said the bull run started. No, Steve did not say that. Let's be honest. The bull run has not started. Bitcoin is showing it's clearly turned a corner and it's on the last legs of the bear market. The bull run has not started, but it's getting close. And I really believe 2023 is going to be the start of the bull run for Bitcoin. And I think it's going to shock everybody. So what should you do now? If you haven't invested yet in Bitcoin, and there's two scenarios. Either you're in Bitcoin to make fast money, you're wanting to make fast money and do something for your family. More than likely, you're going to get burned no matter what you do. That's just the wrong mindset. You shouldn't be in crypto. You really shouldn't. If you're in crypto for at least 5 years, you can close your eyes during this bear market and buy at any time, and you will look like a superhero. That's just the facts. Don't go with the herd, okay? Now, let me get to the biggest lesson I learned that I think is going to really, really help you. But make no mistake, we're going to give follow-ups at the end of the month with all of these beautiful charts. But let me tell you this lesson that I learned from Jack Dorsey, who learned it from Winhoff, that really impacted my life. And I think about it all the time, and I wanted to share it with you. A little over 2 years ago, I stepped on the scale and I couldn't believe the number that the scale said. I had never been that heavy in my whole life. In fact, I've always been just a tall, skinny dude forever. And when I stepped on the scale 2 years ago, I was like, wow, this is what everyone was warning me about. They kept warning me, hey, when you get into your 30s, it's going to catch up to you. Your metabolism's going to catch up to you. And I'm like, yeah, whatever the hell they say. I don't care what they say. And I reached 30 and I was still a skinny dude. And, I was like, yeah, screw those guys. They were wrong again. And then, 2 years ago, what was I? 36. So I'm 36 years old. And that was the moment where I stepped on the scale and I'm like, man, that's what they were talking about. I couldn't believe the number, right? So I started digging into it. I started researching it more. I didn't want to do a diet because that's what all the sheep do. And I'm just not interested in anything that they do. I really wanted to learn about how can I do this to impact my life, right? What's a life change I can make rather than some short-term diet that everybody will give up on. So I didn't want to diet. I still wanted to eat my candy bars and Skittles, and because that's what I love, let's be honest. So I started doing more and more research, and I came across an interview with Jack Dorsey. So I'm listening to interviews and podcasts every day. I have to learn every day. It's like an addiction. This is my addiction. So I wasn't focused on how do I lose weight? How do I make a lifestyle change? I was focused on, let me learn something from Jack Dorsey. And he was talking about all of these different things in life that have really helped him. And he talked about this one thing in particular that really changed his life. And he talked about eating one meal a day. And that really caught me off guard because you don't really hear humans talking about eating one meal a day. And he really stood by it. Like, this completely changed my life. And he learned that from Winhoff, who you may know or you may not know. You can Google him. So I was like, all right, let me try it. I started this one meal a day thing where I just eat dinner. And it was so easy. You're probably thinking like, oh my God, were you hungry all day? No, because in the mornings, I drink like 2 liters of water. So my body's not hungry at all. And during lunchtime, I drank juice, fresh juice. So my body's never hungry. And it made me appreciate the food at a substantially higher level than I ever have before. Because when you eat that meal, you really taste each bite. You appreciate your appreciation for food. You have to think, we used to all live in caves and we used to fight for our food and nearly die for our food. Now we just pick up our phone, press a couple buttons, and they deliver it to our door. So our appreciation for food has gone downhill over the history of mankind. This has changed my life. Not only have I lost 30 pounds, I'm the same weight that I was when I was 16 or 17 years old. Let that sink in. The weight I am right now, I've always been a skinny dude, but I've always been really, really consistent with my weight, except for 2 years ago. But I'm at the weight right now that I was when I was 16 or 17 years old. Most people are like, I want to get down to the weight I was on my wedding day. But if you just feed your body less food, it will help you dramatically. And I still haven't changed my ways. At nighttime, after I eat my meal, I'm still like a fat kid trapped in a skinny body. You can't get me away from the Sour Patch Kids and the Skittles and the Snickers bars and the dark chocolate peanut butter cups. Whew. God, I love those things. So I didn't want to change my life. I just wanted to make a lifestyle change. And this change of one meal a day with breakfast, just in taking a whole bunch of water, and then lunch, drinking beautiful fresh juice, and dinner, having that appreciation and still being a fat kid at night, it's changed everything. So I wanted to share it with you. Hopefully you appreciate it. I think every single human on earth has really contemplated their weight at one point or another, wondering what they can do. I just gave you the golden answer that has really changed my life. So shout out to Wim Hof and Jack Dorsey for educating me on this, and hopefully this will impact you as well. I'll see you right back here in the next video. Peace and love to the fellow underdogs. Is money that thing that always stresses you out? You're living paycheck to paycheck to paycheck, but you don't know how to get out of that rut. Worry no more. I'm launching the Financial Freedom Academy, a 7-step program that's going to get you towards financial freedom. All of our professors have graduated from my courses. This will change your life. There's only going to be limited seats.